Hey guys, this is Abhishek from appsjuice.com, and today we have Sunil Kamant, who is the Vice President for South Asia Opera, and we are going to ask some of the key questions from Sunil. Welcome Sunil.
Hi to everyone.
That what are the Opera initiative when it comes to, because today you have made this announcement that you have partnered with 7 mobile manufacturers in India, and you are targeting all those people who use Android phones. So that Opera is their first choice when it comes to browsing
That's right.
web, right? So how you are going to actually take the initiative to reach out to those consumers who would actually like to use Opera because of some of its advantage. So how you are going to do that?
Okay, so it's fairly simple for us. Let's keep one thing in mind, that you need to have a great product first to get acceptance from the users. Okay, and today I believe we have a fantastic product on Android, and that's relevant in terms of the users we are growing and the kind of traction we are seeing in the market. We are only, I would say, focusing a lot more on Android with our distribution deal we announced today. In terms of user engagement, we have a consumer marketing team whose only job is to figure out ways and means of keeping the user engaged, which means we do some local tie-ups, we get some local content, and we're able to show this content to a targeted set of users based on their browsing behavior or their preference. And this is one of the ways where we build user engagement. Probably we are the only browser today where you have Facebook integrated onto the browser. If you look at the Opera Mini 7 for Android, Facebook and Twitter is integrated with the browser, which means a one-time sign-on, and you start getting your Facebook, all the feeds and the tweets on the browser itself. You don't need to go outside the browser to access it. And for me, that's quite engaging, right? That's the best way of engaging today because we know how social media performs on the mobile web.
Okay. So the second question would be, how do you see Opera compared to the other browsers which are already popular on Android, like the UC browser and the Dolphin browser? How do you see Opera Beta, which is right now available as of now?
So if you look at the Opera Beta yourself, I think you should be the best judge to evaluate these browsers. At least from our perspective, whatever we built on Opera Beta, it's probably the first of its kind experience which will be available for an Android user today. And that's the most exciting part for us today when we launch our Opera Android product. In terms of competition, it's great to have them, right? It's always nice to have a competitive market. It kind of helps the end user at the end of the day to give him more choices and options. And we would prefer to be, we would want to be the preferred browser as long as the end user is able to consume what we offer.
What kind of features you are focusing on, which actually, as per you, are much more required by the users when it comes to an mobile browser? And what kind of features you are going to provide in Opera Mini, especially in Opera 14 basically, which is for Android? So what are those features which you think are most useful and
so I'll just take one important feature, okay? There could be a lot of them because at the end of the day it's a browser product and it's going to be extremely new. If you look at the entire UI, the UI is now completely changed, right? Today you are used to a vertical UI experience. This is a horizontal UI experience. So we have a speed dial tab, which is the speed dials which have been now patented, or not patented I would say, but I would say it's more available everywhere. We have a discover page where you can discover all kinds of news, content. We have signed up in the backend with the largest content providers around the world for all the markets. You can choose any country of your choice, or you could choose any particular genre of information that you want to read.
There's a demo of it, a short demo of it.
So let me open the Opera Beta, it's here. So today, for example, this is the speed dial page. This is what you all are used to at Opera when you see an Opera product. And this is the discover page. Right?
Okay.
When you look at the discover page, as I said, I can choose a particular genre of content or news that I want to consume. And let's just see if this works. So if I'm on technology and I want to move to motoring, we have back-end relationships with content providers locally, which will get us the relevant content for this market.
Okay.
So if I'm sitting in India, I would obviously want to read about Maruti Suzuki. That's a local Indian launch that's happening. And then it's a transition that happens. And it's more graphically more attractive. The UI is more sexy. Nice transition. And this is typically what an Android smartphone experience should be.
Just also tell us about the off-browsing mode, the off-road mode.
So if you go to Opera, and this is the off-road mode feature, which means if you turn this on, the off-road mode is enabled on the fly. You don't need to switch off and switch on the browser. It's happening real time on the fly. And this basically allows this entire Opera 14 browser, Opera Beta, to perform like Opera Mini. which means we start compressing web pages through our proxy browser, and all the benefits of speed and compression are delivered to the end user.
Okay.
The consumer can choose to turn it off again and come back to the other mode, the normal
So
mode.
it will save much more data consumption when it comes to the data plans.
That's right.
Okay. So what are the new features which we might see in Opera, if you can give some information about that?
So I can tell you this, right? Opera has always been about innovation. We've always been the first to drive something new when it comes to product features. Unfortunately, I don't have a list of features which I can share with you today. But if you and your viewers have a chance to download Opera Beta from the Google Play Store, I think you guys should go and download the Opera Beta and see it for yourself and experience the product. I think.
Thanks for this interaction,
and we have more to come back to you with information on it. And enjoy the new Opera Beta.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.